Hey there, how there, hello there. It's Jeff Cutter out. Welcome back to another Time Travel Tennis 1976 tournament. I know there's going to be a bit of a gap. You probably noticed between uploads for 1976, but because of the World Cup and other projects I have to do, I kind of have been neglecting this. So we're going to be looking at the 1976 men and women for the tournaments. And the men, John McEnroe won in Philly. Ivan Lendl has won the last two. Ilya Nastasi, Jimmy Connors, and John Newcomb have been runners up. Now, the rules are you have to be active in 1976. I used the Modern Men card set and make sure that everyone, if you're eligible in 76, you're safe. That's tells us. But um, there's some things going on. So, right now, we're going to the Quinta, 56 men from the early days. We'll be fighting out in tennis. Everything will be random. The top 8 seeds Lendo, Felix, Connors, Nastasi, Newcomb, Borg, Smith, and McEnroe are all getting buys. Okay, so now let's fight. First match, Panata beats Prosy 6-3-7-6. So Panata will take on Ivan Lendo. Jose Higueras from the East Band took down Roscoe Tanner 6-3-6-4. And the 16th seed Jimmy Arias does beat Clyde Ritchie 7-5-6-4. So Arias will face Higueras. Orantes beat Passarel in 3 sets. That was a tough one. And Rostango will face Orantes. He beat Johan Craik 6-3-7-6. Arthur Ashe beats Ernest Gibbs to make a bank against Guillermo Phyllis. I don't know why Ashe is like low ranked. Jan Kodesh beats Brad Martin 6-3-6-3 to face Connors. Dibley beats Alexander in the Battle of Australia 6-3-6-3. Sanchez beats Dent 7-6-6-4, so no Battle of Australia in the round of 32. It's Dibley versus Emilio Santos. Ken Carlson, the 9th seed, survives a 3-setter against Gomez. In the meantime, Butters-Suti wins in 3 sets against Mark Edmondson, who won the 1976 Australian Open. And Dick Stockton, not the sportscaster, but the tennis player, won 6-2 over Reason in the 3rd set to face Nastasi. Mayette and Annacone, man, what a battle. They all had to go 2 tie breaks. Mayette, Kachi. I call that Graber beats Harold Solomon. Was that Harold or Hans? Harold Solomon. I thought it was Hans Solomon in 3 sets. And Mancini, the first seed to fall, who lost 6-2 in the 3rd set to Scanlon. So it's Scanlon versus Graebner. Fitas beats Hot for Teacher 6-4 in the 3rd set. And will face Novacek, who beats Fred Stoll 6-3 in the 3rd. Nikki Pilic beats Yannick Noah in a shocker 7-6-6-2 to face Stan Smith. Not that Stan Smith. Bertolucci beats Franovic in straights to face Bjorn Borg. Lutz beats Triak, big win for him. And it will be Gilles Meyer beating McMillan to face Lutz. Clerk beat Telscher 6-3-6-3. And Pesci beats Roberto Ramirez. So it's Pesci from Paraguay against Clerk from Argentina. And Lewis of New Zealand beats Mackin in Australia. So it's not a battle of Australia, it's a battle of the continent, Australia. 1 seed fell. The 12th seed Orantes beats Rostango in straights. And Felix beats Arthur Ashe 6-4 in the 3rd set. Ashe put Felix in the worry hole. Vitas Gutierrez beats Novacek in 3 sets. And Smith beat Pilic. So Smith will face Gutierrez. The 16 Stasi beats Stockton in 3. Big scare there. And Carlson falls 6-1 to Barasuti in the 3rd set. So Barasuti will face Nastasi. Johnny McEnroe beats Mayette 6-1-7-6. And Scanlon will be Graebner. So it's Scanlon who will face McEnroe in the round of 16. Jimmy Connors, the 4th seed, beat Kodesh 6-6-3, a little too easy. And Sanchez beats Dibley 6-2 in the 3rd set. So it's Connors versus Sanchez. Mayer beats Lutz 7-6 in the 3rd set. And Borg beats Bertolucci 6-4-6-4. So Mayer versus Borg. Clerk beats Pesci 6-2 in the 3rd set. And Newcomb easily beats Lewis. So Newcomb will face Clerk. Arias beats Hedgeras in 3 sets. Nice jump by 6-4 Harris. And Lando beats Panata, so he's on a winning streak. Jimmy Arias is his opponent. Only 2 non-seeded players left. Ivan Lando falls 6-2, 7-5 to Jimmy Arias. A shocking loss. Jimmy Arias, he looks like Eric Foreman from That 70s Show, but Lando, can't believe he lost. An icon like that. He had 2 straight tournaments. In the end, Feliz beats Orentis, so Arias will not face Guillermo Feliz. Stan Smith beats Gutierrez 7-5 in the third set. Good morning, USA. And McEnroe beats Scanlon, so Smith will have to face McEnroe. Borg beat Meyer 7-6-6-3, and he will face Clerk, who beat John Newcomb in straight. So Jose Clerk will have to face Borg. So it's Argentina and Sweden in Battle of the U.S., and then U.S.-Argentina. Connors beat Sanchez, big win for the American, and in the end it was Nastasi beat Barasugi. So Connors will face Nastasi. That's going to be one heck of a quarterfinal. Connors Nastasi with Arias, Feliz, Clerk, Borg, and Smith McEnroe. 3 of the 4 quarterfinals are Americans. The first quarterfinal sees Borg beat Clerk 6-3, 6-1. Arias, another upset. Jimmy Arias beat number 1 Lendo. Now he's beating number 7 Vilas. And Nastasi, big win over Connor 6-4 in the third set. So it's Arias versus Nastasi in the semis. And in the other one, it's McEnroe who will face Borg. Of course it'd be McEnroe Borg. Semifinals sees Nastasi beats Jimmy Arias. So Nastasi in the finals, and he will face McEnroe, who beat Borg 6-3 in the third set. Oh, it was kind of on hard court. So you see the bracket. You see Nastasi will now have to face McEnroe. Romania versus the United States. McEnroe is looking for a second tournament win. Nastasi has lost to McEnroe once. One of his 3 losses has been to Johnny Mac. And that was the final in Philly, losing 4-6, 6-3, 6-7, 6-3, 6-7. Last tournament, he got to the quarter. Well, he beat Billy Martin, not the baseball player, and then Panana and Carlson, but lost to Borg in the quarters. This tournament he's beaten Stockton, Bersuti, Connors, and Arias. Every match except for the Arias match was in 3 sets. So, and all 3 times he had to go 3 sets, he was losing 1-0. Johnny Mac, 9-2. He has the title. He beat Kodesh, Meyer, Bersuti, Newcomb, and Nastasi to get to the title. And then back-to-back losses to Andres Gomez and Jimmy Arias ruined him. And then he's beating Mayette, Scanlon, Smith, and Borg. So sequential, but Nastasi doesn't end the sequential thing.
Quiet please. McEnroe to serve. First game.
Well, Nastasi does have a country, but so does
15
McEnroe.
love.
6 on the hard court. Nice winner.
Game and
McEnroe.
first set. McEnroe. 6-2.
And the finger snap. McEnroe wins the first set.
15 love.
Nice beauty. Gotta be close. Got it.
Deuce.
Forcing a deuce. It's best of 5.
Advantage. Nastasi. Game. Nastasi.
3-5.
McEnroe leads 5-3. Second set. Out! Game and second set. McEnroe 6-3. Leads by 2 sets to love. Out! (30-40).
Nastasi would like to win a set.
Deuce.
But he fails.
Advantage. Nastasi.
Set point. Number 3.
Game and third set. Nastasi. 6 games to 4. Leads by 2 sets to 1.
Tough one.
Out. Deuce. Out.
Macro had a chance to win the match.
Out. Advantage, Nastasi.
Got it.
Game, Nastasi. McEnroe leads 5 games to 4, 4th set.
This is a tough set.
15 love.
Gotta get close.
Out.
Oh.
40-15.
40-15. Going forward.
Game, set, and championship. McEnroe. 3
sends
sets to
Nastasi
1.
packing.
6-2. 6-3. 4-6. 6-4.
Attaboy, McEnroe. So Johnny Mac does his job over Nastasi. So it's like McEnroe, Lendo, McEnroe. Nastasi, that's his second runner-up finish. Well, all the guys are like legends. Houston, they're going to go on carpet. McEnroe, Borg, Lendo, Connors, Newcomb, Nastasi, Wielander, Star 76er. Steve Smith? Of course he will. Carlson, Clark, Vitas, Arantes, Meyer, Sanchez, Arias. I know they've been CD. What's it? Abs, Dibs, yep. Noah Gomez, Passarel, Panata Stoll. Curtis was Solomon was Stockton. Clyde Ritchie. Prosy, we're at it. We're going to go with Pillage being the last guy. 32 men in Houston. Good job. So, yeah, the top 8 seeds have to fight. McEnroe will face Dibs with Clerk versus Vitas. The 2 seed is Borg. He'll face Yannick Noah. That's a big one. Craig versus Sanchez. Lando drops to number 3. He'll face Panata with Prosy versus Sullivan. Good morning, USA. Connors is number 4. Face Jimmy Arias. That's going to be a tough one. Newcomb, the 5 seed, will face Hagaris. 6 seed is Nastasi. He'll face Arthur Ashe. Radich. 7 seed Bruno Felix will face Dick Stockton. And the 8 seed Stan Smith will face Passarel. So Chris Edwards won 2 of the 3 tournaments, even though that Venus and Serena and all them are interlopers. We're in Italia, 28 ladies competing. Chris Edwards, the 1 seed, Navratilova, the 2 seed, Gulagan, 3 seed, Tracy Austin, the 4 seed, all from 76. Potter beat Kirill, so Kirill will go back to ESPN. Curry Reed beats Haneka in straights. Barbara Jordan will be Tracy Austin's opponent, not Betty Stove. Manilakova shocked by Sharapova, who's not supposed to really be there. Castles beats Shriver in straights. And Maioli with the big win over Frumhold. So Maioli got a shot. Rosie Castles. And Navratilova will face Jasovic Sukova. Joe Drury losing to Leslie Allen. And Rusiki 6-1 over Marsova in the 3rd set to face Allen. Kathy Jordan will be with Barbara. She beats Lisa Raymond. Sue Barker beats Wendy Turnbull in 3. And Virginia loses to Ivanovic. Sharapova beats Reed. Can't have that. Maioli beats Castles. That's not good. Ivanovic beats Barker. That's not good. And Rasiki beats Allen. So who will she face? We don't know. Chris Everett, the 1 seed, beats Potter like it was nothing. So she'll have to face Sharapova. Tracy beats Barbara, so she'll face Maioli. Navratilova 6-1, 6-1. And Gulaga loses in 3 sets, 6-3. Kathy Jordan with the big win. Sharapova beats Chris Everett. Tracy Austin beats Maioli, so it would be nice to see Tracy Austin. Rusicki beats Navratilova. That's a big win. And Ivanovic beats Kathy Jordan. So it would be all over and ruined if Sharapova or Ivanovic wins. Yep, Sharapova won and Rusicki won. So Rusicki, by process elimination, should be the champion of that. In the end, Sharapova won the Italian Open over Rusicki. She wasn't supposed to. Now they head to Barcelona. Barcelona, such a lovely place, Griffin. Barcelona. Angus Sillis, Davenport, Venus, Clijsters, Tracy Austin, Gulagon, from Holtz, yeah. Menlakova, yeah. Marsova, Jaeger, no. Not yet. Jazovic, yes. Prager, yes. Maliva, no, not yet. Stove, Sukova, Kathy Jordan. Penny Turnbull, Potter. I think Shriver was 76, wasn't she? Yeah, I think Pam Shriver was 1976. Carlene Bassett wasn't. She was the 80s. Rosicki's number 47. She should be a little bit higher. 76. 76 Jeff. High. Not blues. 17, Savina. Jaeger's going to get a wild card. Maliva, Maioli, Lisa Raymond, Dementeva, and Jokic are going to get like invitations, but they're not going to make it through. Like the draw. All right, so the 1 seed Chris Everett will face Andrew Jaeger. 7 seed Virginia Wade will take on Leslie Allen. The 3 seed Tracy Austin gets Gavin Sabatini. The 5 seed Front Holtz gets Kerry Reed, Battle of Australia. The 2 seed Navratilova gets Yelena Jokic. Number 8 Morosova gets Sukova. Number 4 Gulagan gets Shriver. And 6 seed Mandelkova gets Jazovic. So it should be an interesting thing what Barcelona will bring to you. And that's the 76 tennis for you. I'm Jeff Diamond. Adieu.